あ。はい、どうもこんにちは、ドクティです。今日は土曜日ということで、ゲームをやっていきたいと思います。飯前の配信になります。タイトルは Kingdom Come。続きをやっていきたいと思います。どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。BGM はフリー BGM ノスタラさんの曲で、やってます。今日もやらせていただきますんでよろしくお願いします。ノスタラさんのこのフリー BGM が気になる方は私の放送の詳細欄に載ってますんでぜひぜひ、アクセスしてあげてください。それでは BGM ストッププレイ Let's go。
Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy
Bohemian King of Bohemian。 このヘンリーかっこよすぎるよね。絵になりすぎてる。かっこよ。さあやっていくぞ。どこまで行ったっけね。全然。はい、いらっしゃい。わこてありがとうございます。今日もやってますよ。よろしくお願いします。ゆっくりしていってください。あれ、ちょっと待って。X です。ここ街だね。マップ。ミッションの一切を忘れてしまったな、私な。久しぶりすぎて。最近エペばっかりやってたからね。さメインクエストを進めていこうか。どうだこれか。報告するって書いてるね。何を報告もう覚えてねえっていうな。パストラベル。ちなみに、リーパー装備、闘技場で優勝してうんぬんですけど、あれなんか終わったわ。全部鎧も手に入っちゃって。石膏何罠何避ける。成功したわ成功したわ。楽勝なんだな。鶏の声がこここここここここここここマップ。こっちだね。Alright、行くぞ。やべ、やり方結構忘れてんな。ちょっと装備ちょっと完全に忘れてる完全に忘れてる。頭の装備ね。頭の装備なんかしてないね。なんだこれ。やべ、完全忘れてます。これです。これだけじゃなんか足りない気するな。これだ。あとはこんなもんだね。パッドホイール。これ使って。これはこれはいらないね。こうだね。今もう完全リーパー装備だね。 で武器は今ヘビーウォーハンマーなるものを装備してるね。あ、いたね。この人だね。降りるボタン忘れちゃうね。
Greetings, Henry. I hear you on the rat-eye tourney. Well done, lad.
ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って。何について話をすればいいんだ。マーハジャドを襲ったと。あ、しかしながら村人たち主義が
God be with you, lad.
ウズヒ、ああ、なるほどね。
I've returned from Merhoyed, sir.
How does it look then?
I brought them help from the monastery. Brother Nicodemus and Johanka from Skalitz. Fortunately, Nicodemus was able to cure the disease. Well, at least what he's doing looked promising so far.
Thank Christ. Some good news for a change. What about the captive? Did you question him?
He was infected too.
I see. Did he survive?
Fortunately, he survived and I had a chance to question him.
What did you find out?
He was transporting the false coins to Pribyslavitz. He got them from some merchant called Menhart.
I don't know.
Neither do I. But I know where the money's handed over. It's not far from Rovna, and this Menhart should be waiting there about now.
Excellent, Henry. We mustn't let this opportunity slip through our fingers. You go there and put pressure on this Menhart to tell us what he knows. Don't go yet. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. See you later.
え、なんすか。
You haven't disappointed me. Nothing against Bernard, Robard, or any of those others. But none of them could find out as much as you. At least not without beatings and torture. And that doesn't always work. You're a godsend, lad.
Thank you, sir.
Now go and find out who's behind everything, and then we'll deal with them.
Yes, sir. Sir,
What is it?
sometimes I ask myself what it all means. Why does God allow such things to happen? All this slaughter and revenge, over and over.
It's a hard question. I'm no theologian. But long ago I came to the conclusion that the only thing that makes sense is that it's all a trial. Life is one long series of problems to solve. The more you solve, the better a man you become.
I never thought about it that way.
Well, just look at the pampered ones who have no concerns in life, like young Lord Capon, for instance. I shudder to think how he will rule when his time comes. Tribulations spawn in life over and over again. We must stand our ground and face them. So, I go to Sasso and solve this one.
You can rely on me, sir.
Good luck, son.
息子よってどういうことだろうね。実子。ちょっとわからないね、今の一言はね。たまたまそのように思ってくださっているのかもしれない。一つはその実施で実はこうね自分の子供なんだけどこういろいろあって預けてたどうしたその動きはどうしたやめてそんなサクサクやばいね首振ってんねでもう一つはその そのように思ってくださってるのか、それとも本当の自分なのか、自分の子供なのかっていうところですね。はい、で、今やろうっていうことは敵の国で要するに金を山賊みたいなやつらをこの間倒したんだけど、そこに要するに装備を整えるにはそれなりの理由が必要で、要するに金だよね。じゃあその金の出所って何なのっていう話になったら偽造されたお金だったんですよ。で偽造されたお金をじゃあ誰が生産してどうしてるっていう話まで行って、今ここに行こうというようなところです。でお褒めの言葉をいただいたのが暴力だけでなくね、圧力とか暴力だけでなくちゃんと話し合いとか物事の根本ですね。病気になってましたね。あそこをどうやって回復するかというと、その根っこから根本から解決することによって周りの人が自発的に自分たちに協力してくれるようになったと。一切ねその争い事が起こらず事件が解決するっていう方法をヘンリー君というか私は選びました。その結果今お褒めの言葉をいただきましたね。よくやったぞヘンリーボーイと。で一番お前がよくやってるのを俺は見てるよという話をして頼んだぞ舞さんと。最初ね私たちの領主はちょっと攻め込まれて逃げおせて、で誰かの要するに誰かというかリーパ公じゃんだったっけな、名前忘れちゃったな。一番領地がでかいところ、仲間の国のところに今お世話になってるんですけど、でそこで今ね、いろいろ問題に当たってるんですけど、意外とねその顔がね結構そのずる賢い顔をしてるんで、そういう役柄なのかななんて思ってたんですけど、意外と一番冷静で、悪いこと一番なんていうの人間らしいというとおかしいですけど、もうちょっと人間は欲望にあふれてるんであれですけど、ちゃんと正しくまっとうに生きてる領主のように見えます。他の領地の人は例えば私欲を満たしたり、あとは結構自分の領地が大きいので高慢だったりっていうような部分があるんですが、今のところキンカムデーレイ、イエスいらっしゃい、キングダムカムやってます。ストーリーでねちょっと久しぶりに最近エペばっかりやってたんでね、こんなのも全部やってねえなと思って、ちょうどお休みだったので配信しております。ゆっくりしてください。ドクティはホロゲしかしないから嫌い。そんなやめなさい。俺はしないぞ。そんなホラーゲーは大嫌いだ。他の人が勘違いしてしまうだろう。こいつはホラーゲームやるんだみたいな。やりたくないからね。やりたくないです。やりたくなざ候。
Good God, what a bloody mess.
マジでロブなのそう。こんな奇襲のされ方ある？こんな90度になる？バイオ8発売されるんですか？やられるんですかね？頑張ってください。私は絶対にやりません。絶対に嫌です。いや俺はおいボスを呼ぶな。クエストアイテム何も入ってねえな。これなんか調べろっていうこと？でも箱どうなの？これ 目的何を何荷車から続く血の跡を追う荷車から続く血のこれだ
This way.
This way This way
I'm on the right track. Another clue. I must be going the right way.
ちょっと嫌な予感がするんで出番かじゃねえわお前もやろうとすんなちょっと見づらいは足跡でも消えたよねここで消えたよね
Blood.
ブラッドこっちにもう行っちゃったってこと？ここら辺なんか八重地って書いてるけど。
Charcoal burners. Someone must have seen or heard something.
そう、お腹空いてるみたいだから食料。ドライフルーツ。ああ、そうか、なるほど、分かった。どんな俺が食生活を送ってたのか思い出したぞ。よーブラザー
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
What happened at the crossroads?
Huh?
はうわー俺の圧倒的なスピーチでいこうかな今後もこうやってスピーチが上がる上昇する可能性があるのでスピーチを使います
Listen, there's corpses lying on the road out there, a ransacked wagon, and a trail that leads right here. Now you seem to be honest and friendly folk, not marauding cutthroats. So I prefer to believe you don't have anything to do with it. But if you don't start helping me, I might change my mind.
I don't know nothing and I haven't seen it. If you want to know something about it, just ask Boyar.
Boyar.
Nothing to do with it.
Who is this Boyar?
Boyar cracks the whip around here. You'll recognize him by his red cap.
Thank you.
レッドキャップ OK
Lord, what charge you?
むしろお前しか見えないんだけどボリエーだいねえよボリエいないですお前しかいねえじゃねえかお前他に人なんてどこにも俺どこにいるボリアさんお前ソロプレイじゃねえの全然ボリアのボの字もねえけどあっちになんかあるね大丈夫だねここまでもまだお前だなボリアレッドキャップボリア
I am honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in
動物が後ろでワッシュ
What
し
do you
て
know about the wagon that's been ambushed at the crossroads?
I haven't a clue what you're talking about.
Really?
Yes. Is that a problem?
行くぜうわー本当はカリスマで行きたいけど
Do you have any idea whose wagon it was?
I don't know. And I don't care.
Well, I'll tell you. I'm sure you've heard of the gang that burned down Neuhof.
Possibly.
and poison the well in Merkoyed. They're the kind of men you don't want to get on the wrong side of.
I didn't get on the wrong side of them, though. Did I? The
Did I?
opposite. Actually, we helped them out. And I didn't even know who they were.
What happened?
Let's just get this straight. We didn't ambush anyone.
And what were you doing at the crossroads then?
We were just passing, and we saw the wagon. So we took the sacks.
Just the sacks? What about the trail of bloodstains leading to the camp?
I was just getting to that. We also found one wounded man. What am I saying, wounded? The fellow was hacked like a martyr in some holy picture. He begged us to hide him away.
So you have him here somewhere? Is he still alive?
The fellow has quite a will to live. I'll give him that.
Do you know who ambushed that wagon?
Not a clue. We came a long way after.
Did he tell you anything?
He wasn't exactly talkative. His lungs are full of holes, so talking's a problem.
おお、ヒューヒュー言ってるやつだね。
Where is he?
We've locked him away in the shed. There.
I want to talk to him.
で、
I don't know. He paid us. We're not to let anyone near him.
I don't mean to hurt him.
So be it. Here. Take the key.
Thanks.
Good luck to you.
どうもこんばんは。ドクティです。
Who are you?
Never mind that. I've come to help you.
Thank God. I thought I'd breathe my last here. Lucky for me, my guardian angel comes bursting through the door.
I'm no angel, so you'll have to answer a few questions before you get my help.
Ah, well. I knew it wouldn't be that easy.
Who is it you work for? Who did the wagon belong to?
To Menhart. He's some kind of merchant who hired me for protection. But that's all I know.
And where's this Menhart disappeared off to?
No idea. I blacked out after the attack. Only came to my senses once I got here. I don't even know where here is.
災難だったな。
Who ambushed that wagon?
A knight.
ないと。
He's been following us for a while.
And where did he go?
I don't know. I got a beating, and then I passed out.
Do you know what you were carrying in that wagon?
I never asked Menhart that.
Can I see your wound?
Are you a quack?
能力はあります。
That's a deep wound to the flank and you're still losing blood. You need to staunch it.
Will you help me?
I can try. Tell me more about the knight.
Where's the coin?
What? What coin?
I will not repeat the question.
I don't know about any coin. I swear.
Gah!
お、
Where are those sacks you took from the wagon?
Sacks! They're behind the shed.
That's him. That's got to be that knight.
なるほど。
Is that all? Did you take anything else?
え、ロバートっぽく見えるんだけど。
Fuck! Stop! Stop right there!
え、こんな急に始まることある。
Yeah.
え、マック消えたけど。ちょっと待って。あれ、これランニングで追う。
Well, I suppose it doesn't matter as long as he goes back to the Sasau Inn.
Yeah.
失敗したわ。マジか。 マジかよ、失敗したわ。馬で追うあれじゃないのか。これじゃねえな。普通に逃したな。おいおいおい、頼むぜ俺。OK。うん。で、よいしょ。おお、ここの宿に来るってこと。彼が戻る場所が分かって、サウザブの酒場で彼が戻るのを待つとしよう。とりあえずワイン飲む。酒飲むんかっていうな。きたー。
Who are you? Why did you ambush that wagon?
No doubt you have many questions.
I certainly do.
We will talk. Not here, however. The wolves have ears. Let's meet at the pond after sunset. You'll find me waiting by the big village.
I'll be there.
I will expect you.
意外とあの騎士ちゃんとしてんね。ちゃんとしてるって言うとおかしいけど。ただこれが結局何になるのかだよね。その待ち伏せかわからんし、今度ね向こうから人数連れてこっち来るかもしれんしね。よし、とりあえず時間を早めるぞ。日没後だからここの後っぽいけど、まあとりあえず真っ暗になればなるほどめんどくさいんで、いないっすね。
So here I am. What do you have to tell me?
暗っ。
I brought you here because I did not want to cause an alarm at the tavern. I'm very sorry, but you made a mistake coming here alone. And it will be your last.
Wait.
You wish to make your peace with God? Very well. But be quick.
ほー。結局のところこれが一番いいかもしれないけどね。スピーチだとためだよね。ためっていうかイーブンだよね。でカリスマだと1足りない。で体の強さ圧だと2勝ってるんだよね。まあそんなわけで勝ってる
You
方
were
で。
lucky at our first encounter you had a good horse at hand. But now I see you for what you are. You're old and slow.
There is speed and there is skill. One grows as age as the other decreases. I will take my chances.
やり方忘れてっかな。大丈夫かな。
Hilf mir! Geh zum Teufel! Have enough, boy?
どうしたんだね。我に勝とうと思ったのが間違いだな。どうした来たまえ。でも夜にちゃんと一人で来いって自分自身も一人で来るっていうのはやっぱり自信とか誇りとかいろいろありそうだよねこの人ね。騎士道精神はある。複数で来たりするわけでもなく。
Geh zum Teufel!
来たまえ。
Verdammt nochmal!
おコンボで来たな。
Come on then, you whelp. I hope you have said your prayers.
遅いわたわけが。よいしょ。はい。はい。
Well,
Who is that Teufel? It seems I have finally met my match.
I want to know everything. Who you are, why you're here, and what you know about the ambushed wagon.
You may call me Ulrich. I will tell you nothing more until you give me some assurances.
Assurances? How about this? If you talk, I'll spare you.
Do you expect me to believe that? I know full well how these stories end. I have been at the other end of the sword more times than you can count.
I give you my word.
The word of a thief? Jesus. It is true what the preachers say. This world has gone quite mad. You had better kill me. I'm finished, anyway. Just as you are.
何のために俺がこの日本語の意味がちょっとわからないな。何のために俺がそうじゃないね。俺は犯罪者じゃない。
Unlike you, I'm not a criminal.
You believe that the forging of money is an honest trade?
I've got nothing to do with that. I'm not a forger, I'm the one investigating them.
What? What are you saying?
I'm in the service of Sir Radzig Kobyla, Governor of Skalitz and Royal Hetman.
Then we have something in common. I also am here under orders from above.
From who?
Perhaps you might sheath that weapon, so that we may talk eye to eye, if we do indeed have a common cause.
Stand up.
It is true our meeting has not begun well, but if it is the truth that you are sent by Kobila, then we can assist each other.
What do you mean?
I found out many things, but there are still questions I cannot answer. And the last man who knew anything is now dead.
死んだのは誰だい？
Mainhard, the merchant from Passau.
あら、死んだんだ。
Listen, I will explain everything to you, but first, I need you to do something for me.
Oh, really?
You will introduce me to a certain person, and I will tell you everything I've learned.
いや、そこは否定しません。
Master Tobias Pfeiffer, if you truly serve Sir Radzik, then you must know him.
I think I know who you mean. What do you want him for?
I have here a written confession which tells how those forgeries are made, but I do not understand such technical matters. Master Pfeiffer,
マスター・フェイファー。
however,
We'll definitely be able to make sense of it. And you'll give it to me, just like that.
it seems I have little choice. This is the last lead I have. In the meantime, I will return to Sassau and see what I might learn there.
なるほど。
Shouldn't you go with me to see Feifar?
ちょっと走りながら行きます。
I must remain in Sassau.
What's your name?
I told you,
Just Ulrich.
it is enough.
Because you look like a knight. They seldom have just one name.
It is true, I have a horse, armor, a sword, and a shield.
So you're not a knight.
I am a trustworthy soldier in the service of a nobleman. That is...
Alright then, Ulrich.
偽装通
Tell me what you know.
Do you know,
パッソ。なんか聞いたことあるよね。なんか聞いてる。
It's a German city, right?
Correct. Passau is a city of trade.
I see. And that would include...
Some months ago, counterfeit groschen were discovered to be circulating there. The Passau alderman began to investigate and learned that the family... My liege lord is allied to the Passau alderman. So,
And so he sent you.
yes, he needed a man that he could trust absolutely.
なんかそのドイツ語を話してたもんね、戦闘中もそう
And
だ
what
けど。
about that wagon?
I followed Menhard from Passau.
So they were transported...
Yes. On their way here, they brought real coin. Groschen, forints, francs.
What do you mean?
The matter was investigated in Passau, and the executioner extracted information.
What, in the monastery?
I cannot say. I know only what the Passau scribe wrote down.
Why did you let them get here before attacking?
I wanted to discover where they hand over their coins, which I failed to do. Besides, Mainhard had an armed escort, and they kept two busy roads and lodged at inns throughout their journey, until he came to this god-forsaken track. I cannot guess why he came here, but it was the...
なるほど。
What happened on...
I ambushed them. I took down two, but that bastard Manhart cut...
What next?
While I was chasing Manhart, those charcoal burners came and stole what they could. Before I could catch him, his horse threw him and he broke his neck.
うわー、なるほど。
On
事故でメンハートは死んでしまったんね。
What happened?
his death,
I know, but...
I buried it. He was a bastard, but I'm not one.
I see.
He ran from the wagon uphill along the path to the... And don't think I don't know why you ask. Robbing graves is shameful.
That's not it at all.
If you say so.
Very well. I'll get...
Godspeed.
はあ。俺もちょっとずっと見づれと思ってたわ。会話中ずっと火つけてると思ってたわ。しかもヘルメットをかぶってるから余計見にくいよね。よし行こ これか。長えな道のりな。夜通し歩いてるからね。まあ、さっきの活躍で私はここの場所に寝床を用意していただいたので、おすげえだるそうに降りてんな。メンハートこの部屋っぽいね。だけどなんかもう寝てるっぽいな、この感じだと。あ、もう大混雑。あ、大混雑。体を洗いましょう。まずじゃあ寝ましょう。寝る前にお酒を一杯。お、やったぜ。飲酒レベルが上がったぞ。ブヒ寝よ。ブヒブヒ。Alright。行きましょう。さて、メインハートじゃねえ、マスターなんとか、マスターヨーダみたいな。あ、ちょっとどいてくれなしま。どいてくんなまし。メインハート、お前どこにいんだよ、お前。こっちか。あ、ここだった？ここ説もしかして。メインハートここ説。あ、ここ説。あ、メインハート。あ、神に召されてる？もしかして。真下だね、やっぱ。真下っぽいな。メインハート。メインハート。やべ、豚の丸焼き見たらお腹空いてきた。あら、ウエス。あ、そういえばなんか。
Greetings.
Sir, I've been to Ujits, and the parish priest there is very odd indeed. He's very handy with a sword. Do you know anything about him, sir?
Godwin? Aye, an intriguing fellow. He's the youngest son of one of the lords of... He was sent to the university to become a priest. So when he finished studying, instead of taking up his parish, I imagine he had a pretty adventurous life. And then...
なるほど。
Goodbye.
Goodbye. ああ。OK。あ、いや、いつもお前そこにいるな。メインハートさん。もう、ここはすごいパンが主流なゲームだと思うんだけど、なんでメインハートなんだろうな。そういうことじゃねえっていう話なんだけどな。 よっしゃ。メンハート。ここじゃない？もしかして。ひょっとするとこっち側？Hey, you! What are you doing?
Before I lose my something the matter.
What the?
ふって言われた。メンハートは開けてくんないんじゃないこれ。あいつ一日何やってんのって。ここじゃない？もしかして。いや、そんなことねえよな。メンハート。フェイファー技師だったわ。メンハートじゃねえよ。
Greetings. What do you need?
これだね。
Master Fayfar, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes, a certain knight turned up there. Turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected. Tell me, what did he say?
His name is Ulrich. He looked like a knight, but he refused to show his master's colours.
Ulrich, you say? Could be anyone. Can you describe him?
An older man with a moustache. But for all his grey hairs, he seemed pretty tough to me.
まあ勝ったんだけど
Doesn't
な。
match anyone I've heard of. But then we don't even know if Ulrich is his real name.
He told me that the fake money was being taken to Passau in exchange for gold coins. Then that real money was being brought back to the Bohemian lands.
That would explain why those fakes bear the Passau countermark.
His master is allied with the Passau alderman, and they told him to sort it all out.
I wonder who could be behind it all.
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau, and some other things he said you'd understand better than him.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau. Interrogation held this day. Put to pen by the quaestor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasso. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. Ah, well this is interesting. Here's an outline description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Caplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
ほ
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzik and then follow after you.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market Square.
God be with you.
了解。よっしゃ。サザバ行けばいいんだな、とりあえずな。遠いんだよ。鍛冶屋、ここにあるよね。あとここ。 一番近いところから解決できそうだから、一番ファーストトラベルの場所に近い場所にしよう。OK で、鍛冶屋があれか、あれ臭くね、違うのかな。煙出てるからっていう理由で来たんだけど、鍛冶屋って煙出すじゃん。後ろこれ鍛冶屋っぽくね
Jesus Christ be praised. Farewell.
特にだよね。じゃあもう一個のところがあたりか。距離的にはあんまり変わりないんだがな。早すぎる、制御できねえ。で通り過ぎたな。あそこらへんだな。ここではないね。もう一区画向こうか。これだな、これだな。
The sun he hides behind a cloud, his heat goes.
God save you. What can I do for you?
Oh.
Do you ever work with copper here?
No, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Zach from the monastery craftsman's yard has bought out all the copper.
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmith?
There's too many of us, I'll tell you that for free. This is only a small town. There's Zach, who has a forge in the craftsman's yard and mostly works on the construction of the church. And then, apart from me, there's Master Armourer Otter of Ramstein.
Otashi.
Tell me more about Zach.
Don't have much time for him myself. He knows his craft, no question. But he seems to think his son, Vitus, will be a master armourer in Prague one day.
My father was a blacksmith, and I expect he thought much the same about me. That's how fathers are, isn't it?
Of course, any man should be proud of his boy. But Zach makes pride a sin. That's why he's at loggerheads with Master Otter.
Can you tell me something about Master Otter?
Well now, there's a master to look up to. He's worked for the lords of Kunstadt and for the richest townsfolk of Prague.
If you don't mind my asking, what brings him here?
The same as draws all reasonable people. He's enjoying the peace and quiet.
Or rather, he used to enjoy some peace. That dispute with Zack must have put a few more wrinkles on his brow.
What are Zack and Master Otter arguing about?
Zack had his boy Vitus trained as an armourer in Kuttenberg, and he wanted to buy out Otter's place for him. Except that Otter's a proud man. How would it have looked? A master armourer giving way to a young whippersnapper who's barely let go of his mother's skirts? And they've been arguing ever since. Well, Zack mostly. He badmouths Otter every chance he gets. He claims that he's only fit for mending pots, and that his son will see him off.
That will be all. Thank you.
I'll be with you.
そうだ、ついでになんか修理しとこうかな。
I'll be with you.
OK。うん、ザックのいる場所全然覚えてない。歌舞伎揚げ食べて忘れてた。なんだこれ。
What can you tell?
That's two. And then?
Tell me more about.
Don't have much time for him myself.
My father was a blacksmith, and I expect he taught me.
Of course, any man.
どこにいるか教えてもらってないんだ。
Take care now.
どこに誰がいるって。鍛冶屋じゃねえんだよな。問題はね、ザックがいなかったんだよね。これはなんかフェイタスみたいな名前がいたよね。ザックちゃんはどこにいるの？まあ普通人が生活するところに煙は立つからね。窯があるところだけにこう鍛冶屋がいると思ってたんだけど、そういう探し方じゃダメだね。
Watch where you're going, you lout! You nearly killed me!
Hmm. だってここ靴屋だもんな。いなさそうだよな。川なめし職人絶対違うわ。どこに一体ザックはいるんだろうね。ちょっとこっち行ってみようかな。また。 あ
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Do you work any copper here, Master Blacksmith?
Why'd you ask?
I'd want to commission you to make something.
Then you best go elsewhere. I never use copper.
なんだよ、聞いた話と
That's
違
not
うぞ。
what I heard.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmith's copper.
I'm being made a fool of yet again, it seems. Anything else? I still have work to do.
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmith?
Well, there's Mikesh. He's honest enough, and a fair-handed everyday thing. And then there's Master Otter. He used to have talent, but now he's too old, and too proud to admit it.
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
Aha.
Take care.
なんか鍵開けるスキルね、もっと強かったらあそこ開けられそうだよね。で、そしたら銅がありそうだよね。どうしようかな。ちょっとウルリヒと先に話そうか。あみやじゃあいいや。いて。
God save you, Henry.
家の中いるね。町人と、町の人と一緒に一杯やってんじゃねえよ。
So, what did Master Pfeiffer have to say?
I consulted him, and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Pfeiffer found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins, and quicksilver for the the other part?
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining. They said they could not sleep at night because the blacksmith works all the time till dawn.
I see. That's certainly worth asking about. Have you heard anything else?
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Uzhitz. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all done.
Well, that's something to follow up as well. Thanks.
けえな。己か。
God be with you, good sir.
I hear you've had some problems with the supply of quicksilver.
Problems? I should say so. For the third time this month, they've told me there's none. There's no quicksilver to be had, they said.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same thing goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
What do you need quicksilver for?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujit. Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red?
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes hurt just to imagine it.
That's all I need to know for now.
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go? Or play a game? I really need some money. I've been waiting here a while and my stay's getting expensive.
Why not?
おお、いいじゃん。しょうがね、全部買ってってやるぜ。
Let's have a word about the price.
Well...
Agree?
I'd almost... See now.
さあ、あとはこれだね。監督官のデッシー、ネッシーみたく言っちゃったね。
Yeah.
B だったわ。こっちだわ。もう通り過ぎたわ。なんか一瞬変だなと思ったわ。ここら辺だよね、確か。これ2階だったかな、確か。
I'm honored that you should come to me.
I'm looking for some quicksilver. Would you have any on hand?
Talk to my assistant. He deals with such trivial matters.
Fine, thank you.
Farewell.
Mm-hmm.
God be with you.
Do you have any quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
I'm here on behalf of the master fresco painter. He said you sent him away empty-handed 3 times already.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
おー、パワーでいく。3倍だからほぼ100だけどね。カリスマでも悪くねえけど。でもスピーチ上げたいんだよね。スピーチでいこ
Can't you? In the Sasau monastery? That seems unlikely. It looks more like you're lining your own pockets to me. I wonder what people would have to say about that.
It's not. I'm not.
う。よし。
Oh,
Get to the point.
they came for me at noon. Directly to the office.
The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night, it was. Without a crest. Armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota. A scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
Oh.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery. That they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then?
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
Very well. Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
じゃあ知らない人じゃなくて町の人っていうことだよね。シーン行こう。北西か。乗れ乗れ乗れ乗れ。いやいい天気じゃないか。これはどういうことだ。襲っても来ないし。山賊。
Why are you just sitting around?
Why not? Admiring the view? People just do not appreciate a lovely view these days.
Does the name Rapota ring any bells for you?
Rapota, you say? Rapota. No, I can't hear any bells ringing at all.
Look, you little jester. I'm investigating a crime against the king on the direct orders of Sir Radzig. Are you really going to keep pretending you don't know anything?
Hang on! What's all this about a crime against the king? I'm just keeping an eye on things. When a wagon comes in, I make sure nobody robs it. I get a commission for that, that's it.
See? That didn't hurt a bit. Bit of friendly advice. You're wasting your time here. Rapporteur's scarpered and won't be coming back this way anytime soon. You might as well pack up and go home.
What? That bastard owes me a dozen groschen. Damn it! Now what? Well, no use hanging around here anyway. In any case, thanks for the information. I could have been stuck here for weeks.
Hmm. で、で夜遅くまでかかってるって言ってたから、夜まで待てばここと光ってる鍛冶職人の場所 火事場があるはずだよね。まあ十丁吐く流れはザックさんなんだけどね。どれどれ、いい場所じゃないか。うん。妙だね。ウキウキかよあいつ。窓から見ちゃう。なんかここでもなさそうだな。これは秘密裏に何かやってそうな感じは。お風呂覗く人みたいな。そういう粉引きは別にどうでもいいんだ。あれか。でもこれ炭作ってるように見えるんだよな。鍛冶屋というよりは。いねえな。これ炭だよな、どう見ても。こっちはちょっと怪しいけど、だってさ、皮なめしてるだけですね。おっと、皮。そっちの皮じゃなくてね、こっちのリバーの方ね。もうちょっと別のルート行ってみる。俺ザックだと思ったんだけどな。村人。全 然稼働してないよ。人がいないからね。火はついてんだけどね。ここ渡りのここの見える光はなんだよ。ここも特に稼働してるわけでもなく。そうか、じゃあちょっとあれだな、当たるところが違ったな。多分だけどあれじゃないかな、その酒場でその愚痴を聞いてやんないとダメなのかもしれないな。北だな。OK。違うね。違うね。違うね。違うね。違うね。マッシュはあれだね、違う人だね多分。フリッツも元スカーリッツのお友達だね。幼なじみっていうとあれだけど。お、練習スキルまた上がった。誰もいいね。早いやつだったら昼ぐらいからもう一杯やり始めてんじゃねえのか。あ、また飲酒スキル上がった。待ち人だけだな。
God be with you. What else you? Good luck to you. Well, yes, unfortunately. And my offer still.
Why not?
あ、めっちゃこいつ酒売ってくれんね。じゃあめっちゃ買うわ。3って俺持ってなかった。さっきこいつから買ったよね。嘘だよね。
Can we do?
「購入」だよね。
I'd like to just.
Well,
こんな安い金額だったっけさっき。
Since it's...
Wow.
あ、そうか。さっきと違ってあれがないんだ。名前忘れた。
Good neighbors.
Good God!
OK。
My respect.
依頼者。これは在庫だね。在庫で売ってんね。さっきの人。
I'm here looking for...
I know him, but you're most likely to find him in some tap room on...
Thanks.
Farewell.
まだ酒場があるのか。大通りの酒場っつってのはここら辺にあんのかじゃあ。ああ。通り過ぎたね。こっちのここだね。あったね。うわ、誰もいな。マジかよ、とんでもねえじゃん。
Greeting.
上等なワインをください。これで食料には困んないよね。
Good day to you. I'm looking for an odd jobber here. Eli...
From Murho yet? I haven't seen him yet today, but he comes here almost...
Ah.
God be with you.
じゃあちょっくら待とうかね。ちょっとおトイレ行ってきます。オッケー。あー、ドア閉めてない。よいしょい。はいはいはいはいはい。お待たせしまった。彼、なんか俺、あ、 こいつじゃおめえじゃねえな。違うね。ギャンブラー。あれは違う扱いだよね。もうちょっとじゃあ待とうか。
I'll bring it right away.
イライジャ。
I'm honored that you should come to me.
この人誰か分かってねえんだけど。
Are you Elijah?
That's me. Why?
I have your father's last will and testament.
あ、これか。
So my old man's kicked the bucket, has he?
Not yet, but he's at death's door.
That is certainly interesting to hear. But let me ask you this. Who the hell are you and how come you turned up here with father's will? Anyway, the old miser won't leave me even a piss pot.
He's disinherited you. But if you return home, he might change his mind.
Go back home? Not a chance. Let him choke on his bloody money.
People come to see things differently on their deathbed. You might regret that one day.
By Christ, who are you anyway? You sound like a preacher.
You don't have to go back for good, but you ought to say farewell to your father.
To hell with him. I suppose you're right. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Take care now.
一応サンキュー言ってくれたね。ペテン師。
I know you.
What?
Of course, my dream. You were in a boat made of bone, and I put a...
錬金術を教えてんの。
Certain.
I'm interested.
All right. Now.
Now.
Good day to you.
Will you teach me?
Certain.
I'd like to.
All right. Now.
Will you teach me?
Certain.
I'm interested.
Wouldn't you rather...
基礎を学んだ方がいい。スリの基礎とかやばいな。
Would you teach?
Certain.
I'd like.
First you have...
なるほど。
Well. About that.
I knew you... That dream. Yes, that dream has come true. I dreamt that a young man would become my...
冗談ですよね。
Not supposed to be.
Well, what's your name, young man?
Henry.
Henry. A powerful name. So, Henry, are you ready to become my apprentice?
嫌です。
What exactly do?
A lot of work and strenuous labor. Knowledge of medicine, theology, and white magic.
Enjoy it.
You have to study the great works of the ancients.
That's a pretty challenge.
That's why God had...
First.
Me? I am an unworthy...
しょうもな。
Home or kin, I wander this world. Ointment.
No, I definitely don't want to be your.
A shame. But perhaps Providence shall yet take care now.
ペテン師もんだって名前がペテン師だからさ。ねえ、わかるじゃん。どんな目に合わなくてもわかるじゃん、もうだって。ペテン師だぜ。ペテン師っていう名前の人で、ペテン師じゃなかったらそれはもうことだぜ。ああ、そうだろう。 あれなんか出ちゃう？ちょっと北西行かないとダメなんだ。ここはなんか得るものがなさそうだな。なんでお前に話しかけられる？サイコロゲームか。
Here, enjoy it.
I might know where the materials from the monastery get passed on to the forgers.
Where?
Up the hill by Sasar Woods.
Shall we go right now?
No, I need to find out more. I don't even know if anyone will be there now, but you could keep an eye out there, in case anyone appears, I mean.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Coming.
お、走ってた。馬のスピードさほどでもね。火事場だよね。どうやったらわかるかだから、なんか火事場の弟子系に話していこうかな。もう一つパターンがあるかもしれない。パターンっていうか、なんか弟子がぼやいてたとか言ってたから、ぼやいてくれるかもしれないね。最近寝てないんだよーみたく言ってくれるのかもしれないね。
I'm honored that you should.
Your father's...
We don't.
I've heard differently around town. They say your father...
Are you calling me a liar? Or my father?
ほう。まあ一番効き目ありそうなのこれだよ。
You're right. It's nothing to me either way.
Right. So clear off.
I mean, beside the fact I'm here on behalf of the Royal Burgrave Saradze Kobbler, investigating a grievous crime against the crown.
What? What are you talking about?
I'd let you read my bill of authority, but I doubt you're educated enough to understand it.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. If I'd known, of course I wouldn't. I mean, you understand, don't you?
Stop prattling, for God's sake, and start telling me the truth. What's the story with the copper at your forge?
You're right. We do make copper sheets here at night.
So why all the secrecy about it?
Father forbade me to talk about it. I don't know why. I didn't ask.
Who buys those?
親父さん横にいるんだけ
I
ど。
don't know. I've never set eyes on him. Father doesn't like to talk about it.
Your father has some serious explaining to do.
I'm so sorry. If I'd known who you were, I'd never have taken such liberties.
Never mind. You weren't to know who I am. You were just protecting your father's business interests like any good son.
Thank you. God be with you.
I've come to...
Are you deaf or stupid? You know what? It doesn't matter.
は
You're right.
Right.
I mean, what? I'd let you...
あ、そっからそっからまたやり直してくれんの
You're... Don't think you're out of the woods yet.
Jesus Christ. God be with you.
I hope I can...
So back to that...
What?
Your son put it quite differently.
真後ろにいます。
That? What are you blabbering on about?
Don't be angry with him. I didn't give him any choice.
All right. I suppose there's no point lying. We do make copy sheets here, and I wanted to keep it quiet.
Why?
Pays me good money, and the people I do it for. I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of them.
Did they threaten you?
They didn't have to. Just by the look of them, I could say I needed to shut my mouth and do what they wanted.
And did they ever tell you who they were? Do you know where to find them?
I know a little. I'll show some understanding. There's nothing but trouble in it for me. I'll lose the work and be left looking over my shoulder for some thugs to come and burn down my house.
それやだね。
Or worse.
If you lie down with dogs, you shouldn't complain about the fleas.
There's no need for threats. We can both benefit here. If I tell you everything I know, you can help me with a certain small matter. One that'll cover up for my loss of earnings.
ほう。わかんないけど、カリスマ使っていこうかな。
You've got a cheek. Not only are you in with the counterfeiter gang, but you lied to me on top of it. You should be on your knees begging for mercy right now. I'm not trying to make a profit.
I didn't know what they were doing.
But now you do know, and you've still got the cheek to try to strike a deal with me. So Rad's definitely going to be hearing about this.
You're right. I'm sorry, I overstepped the mark. I certainly didn't mean to offend one of Lord Radzig's men. One evening I got a visit from this scruffy beggar calling himself Rapota. He had a yellow cape on and kept whistling to himself. There was a knight with him too, but he didn't give his name. They told me what I had to do, how much I'd get for it, and I had to keep my mouth shut.
And where can I find this Rapota? Or the knight?
I don't know exactly. But I've always left the wagon with the goods behind the monastery, on the hill there, next to a small chapel under a big tree.
Anything else?
No. I swear that's all I know.
Well, that'll do me for now.
Young man, about that matter I need help with. I'll gladly pay you.
I'm not interested.
The Lord watch over you.
オタシとの論争は俺は知らない。で、これでジョブはあとマスター・フェイファーと話をするだけです。
Yeah.
あれ渡る場所があったあったあったあった。
What are you doing here?
なんで俺そんなこと言われないとだ。すげえカゴポロッと落としてめちゃめちゃ警戒されたわ。なんだ俺そこまで悪名高いのかな。あ、いたいたいた。
God bless you. What troubles you?
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
Right.
So what have you found out so far?
I found out where they get the copper sheets from.
Really? So tell me.
It's the smith on the monastery craftsman's yard. He supplies the counterfeiters.
Do you know how he gets the goods to them?
No. All I know is that someone called Rapota collected the goods.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry. I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. And there's a man I know who works at the monastery yard. Master engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something. I found out where they get their quicksilver from. You were right, it was the monastery.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
I have, but I didn't find anything interesting.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Rapita, once again.
The same scoundrel.
That's all.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
名前忘れたけど、とりあえずマーキングされて、向こうなんだ。てっきりなんか領地の中だと思ってた。上か。あ、この人か。
Good health to you.
How goes the work, Master?
Getting there, getting there. You need something, my boy?
What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy. We're engraving, of course.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice, Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone. Which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The fifth scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague. Or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague?
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high. Or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly biblical proportions.
What's he like, your apprentice, Florian?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely of late. I fear he has delusions of persecution.
I don't really know what you mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day, he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest, as though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest? Are you looking for him?
Something like that.
May I ask why?
I have a message for him.
A message? Who would be interested in that wastrel? Other than his furious and deeply disappointed master, of course. About your question, you'll find him at home. No doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah, thank you. Does Florian have any enemies?
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate.
However, most recently it was that fury from the baths who accosted him in quite a spectacular rage.
A woman from the baths? What did she do?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice, but on that occasion I made an exception.
Do you have any idea why she did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bath-maid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring and acted accordingly, although one would have thought they'd be used to that sort of thing at the bathhouse.
すごいこの人表現が表現の比喩がもうすごいすごい表現が比喩がすごい絵的芸術性を感じる表現全部釣り場なんてあんだちょい待ちお前か
Do you want something? Jesus Christ. Your clothes. Were you assaulted?
これそんなひどい格好してる
Damn bandits made their
I hear you're at odds with Apprentice Florian.
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sword's fault they took my Esther. Poor girl. I shudder to think what's become of her.
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally offer that kind of service, but I didn't see the harm, so I sent her in to him. And suddenly I hear screams. So I run out, and I see the bastard pulling her out of the tent and shoving her into a boat.
I'm sorry they took her, but what exactly has it got to do with Florian?
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he rises up, he'll get the girl back.
I assume that Florian knows this, Esther.
You know village girls. They don't get much of a choice. Every other knave has a turnip for a brain, and if they don't, they're relatives. And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poems. What's the poor girl to do? And this is how it ends. She should have stuck with the turnip heads.
Where can I find this Florian? I'd like to ask him a few questions.
He works in the engraver's workshop at the monastery craftsman's yard. And if he's not there, he'll be holed up like the rat he is in the cellar he rents from the baker. He's afraid of me, for sure.
What did the bailiff make of it?
Don't even get me started on that. He's another fine... I won't say what. I told him everything, but he says he won't do nothing about it.
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to my face, of course. But people here don't think much of us. There's some as reckon my Esther deserves what she got. Poor girl.
It sounds like you were close to Esther.
I loved her like my very own. She came to me as an orphan, like a wolf child she was. I raised her and taught her and gave her a job, and now she's gone. Who knows if she's even alive?
I'd like to know more about the kidnapping.
God bless.
ここら辺か。鎧とかかな。でもほぼ100だよね。あれ？ここ。びっくりした。お前パソコンでもなんかいじってんのかと思った。
Jesus Christ be praised.
You look quite sprightly for an invalid.
What? Who the hell are you?
My name's Henry, and I'm making inquiries for Sir Radzig Kobyla.
And what do you want from me?
Straight to the point then? Alright. I've been investigating counterfeit money, and the trail led me straight to you. Does the name Rapiter mean anything to you?
I don't know. Maybe?
Don't bother. I know you know him. You make the punch dies for the counterfeiters. How do you hand them over? Do you know where their workshop is?
I can't say anything. I'll deny everything and you've got nothing on me. No evidence, just accusations.
You just incriminated yourself.
One man's word against another. Like I said, I'll deny everything.
And do you really think that's going to help you? Your word means nothing. You've got the tools, the knowledge, and the workshop. The only thing missing is a motive, but I'm guessing it's money.
I don't give a fuck about money.
So what then?
Those bastards kidnapped Esther. If I don't cooperate, they'll kill her.
I'm sorry about that.
Me too. Listen, I'll tell you everything, I promise. But only if I know that Esther's safe.
What, so I'm to go searching for her in the woods?
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody will help me. And what can puny little me do faced with those strapping great villains?
Look, Florian, I'm sorry for what you're going through, honestly. But I'm not the only one who's after these people. As soon as they get wind of something, they'll be out of here and Esther will be gone with them.
If Rapiter finds I've told you anything, they'll kill her.
Not if I catch Rapiter first. He's here in town, isn't he?
Yes, he is. They found me in the tavern one evening. Caught me when I went to the ship pile. They started to badger me about working for them.
They?
Yes, Rapiter. And a knight they called Sir Jezek.
And then what?
They explained what they wanted from me and I told them to sod off.
I'm guessing that didn't go down too well.
It wasn't all that bad. They just threw me on the dung heap and left. I thought it was just a drunkard's joke. But then they took Esther.
Where will I find Rapiter?
He's usually wherever I am.
What does that mean?
He watches me. Everywhere I go. And when I'm at home, he sits on the bench in the square, watching my house.
So he's there now?
Hard to say. Sometimes I see him in the tavern on the green, buying supplies.
All right. At least I know where to start. And you go to work tomorrow, you hear?
Why?
Because we have to lure him out. And besides, your master will surely be glad to see you.
I have my doubts.
How did you hand over the punch die to them?
Rapiter waited for me behind the church. I didn't want to give it to them without seeing Esther first.
And did they let you?
Yes, although I don't really know why. They took me to a derelict farm in the Skalitz Hills. My poor Esther, they'd scared her half to death.
So at least you know she's alive.
Who knows? It was a while ago. And they never let her go, even after I did what they wanted. They said they'd be needing more.
More punch dies?
They wear out over time. And they have to be replaced regularly.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
At first, I took it for a bad joke.
I suppose I'd
Go. I hope. Good luck to you.
誰のことだろうね。おいおいおい、二人して並ぶな。こいつか。
Are you Rapiter by any chance?
Pardon me? Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that.
Well, I don't have much time right now. I'd best be off.
It'll only take a moment.
All right then. What do you want?
I know that you spy on Florian. I know you were involved in the kidnapping of the bath maid, and I know why you're doing it all.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course, of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time.
何それ。人目につくと困るからちょっとゆっくり走っていくぞ。よし、人目がだいぶなくなってるだろう。やるぞ。
No, I give up.
戦わんのかい。
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. Just don't hurt me, please. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both going to have too many other problems.
It's in the Skullet's mines.
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
Who is your lord?
Sir Yezhek of Ronov. That's what he calls himself, although Ronov Castle's long gone.
What happened to it?
Ronov used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death, it fell to Margrave Jobst, and he had it pulled down. He knew full well that Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king can confer his estate on whoever he pleases.
But Vincent had descendants. Ronov only fell to the Margrave because he declared them all illegitimate. All because Vincent had refused to fight for him against Sir Prokop. Sir Yezhek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Yezhek got away. Since then, he's become the scourge of the domain.
めちゃめちゃ詳しいじゃん。頭の悪そうだったのに。
They call me Rapota. I used to be the executioner's henchman in Brno.
And how did you come to be serving Sir Yezhek?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone, better Sir Yezhek than the executioner.
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up in the world?
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get Ronov back and take me into his service.
Well, after this little escapade, you can forget about that. You'll be lucky if you don't end up swinging on the gallows.
It's all the same anyway now. I've betrayed him.
So who's Sir Yezhek working for? Don't tell me he just took it into his head one day to start forging coins.
That's not for me to know. Sir Yezhek was on speaking terms with various lordships.
Such as?
often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft, so I heard nothing.
And apart from that?
Well, in the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman, but I don't know what he was doing there, or who he is.
I think I've heard enough.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible death. I prefer you just kill me here and now.
Hmm. どう思う？分かったっつって俺が言っちまうとさ、処刑する、いやこの時代だったら話は分かんないけど、こういう風に今殺してくれっていう話で、要するに俺が執行官みたいな代行になるわけだよね。それって結局は俺の範疇じゃないわけよ。それを自分の判断で勝手に人を殺していいのっていう話なの。たとえそれが理にかなったとしても、俺がやるべきことではないと思うんだよね。で、地下牢が待ってるぞは、これは一番正論。これが一番正論。だけど、まあラポタ本人からするとちょっと困ることだよね。で、今のうちに去れっていうのは、彼にしては一番ね、いいことになる可能性は高いけど、他の人間からしたら犯罪者を逃がしてるからね。一番これは正義には反するかもしれないよね。後で何か言われてピチクパチク言われてもしょうがないアホな選択だよね、言うなれば。そうなると地下牢が待っているぞ。なんで俺が地下牢行くのをちょっとね不服かっていうと、もしこれ選択したら俺の場所がいきなり牢獄の入り口ぶち込んだぜ、牢獄の入り口からスタートです、さあもう一回サーザバー行きなさいみたいになんじゃねえかなと思っててそれが一番めんどくせえなと思ってて、まあいいや、ちょっと正道でいきましょう。
An honourable death? No chance. It's the dungeons for you, and the sort of punishment a counterfeiter deserves. Don't worry. In time, you'll be glad of the gallows.
この言い方もすごいよね。わあ、牢獄まで行ったね。一番めんどくさいパターンだね。ああ、ここの牢獄来たか。めんどくせえ。あ、いつもと場所違うな。これサーザバー？サーザバーの牢獄？ぽいけど。あ、それだったら近い。ああ、よいしょよいしょよいしょ、いいね。で、ウルヒの助けを取り付ける。なんかやばいのこいつ。もう一つはスカリツの行動で入り口を見つけて、ちょっとウルリヒ先に助けられるヒしょうもねえな。ウルリヒ助けリヒ。問題は夜になっちまうってことだな。あんまり夜の戦いは好ましくない。ちょっと一旦寝ようかな。OK。で、アイテム見まして、ちょっとその前にあれだな、ちょっとワイン飲んで、で栄養79になったね。でプレイヤーでスキル、飲酒スキルが今11まで上がったね。いや結構来たね。 いろんなちょっと情報、記憶がなくなるまで飲んだ際、あなた自分のベッドで目を覚ますし、あなたのアイテムが消えることはないでしょう。消える可能性あんのかい。あなたは飲酒で気絶することはなくなりますが、二日酔いの影響は 30% 強くなります。安全な帰り道と組み合わせすることができません。じゃあこれいいね。一流。スピリッツの効果が 50% 弱くなり、もっと飲むことができます。酔っ払い。飲酒時の利点の効果が2倍になり、気絶するほど飲まない限りネガティブな効果が発揮される。二日酔いが2倍になる。あなたは 50% のボーナスを得る。二日酔いではこれですが 50%。二日酔いにならなきゃいいっていうことだね。これはいいね。これはただプラスだけだね。一流は。飲み癖。違うね。真のスラブ人。酔っているときあなたの酔っ払い。こう二日酔いにならなければいいっていうことだよね。軽口は。利点の効果が2倍は大集合とこれは併用できないよね。だってそもそも倒れることがないからね。要するにこれは二日酔いっていうか記憶なくなるまで気絶してしまったら自分のベッドでちゃんと目が覚めますよっていう話なんだけど、これはだって大集合飲んだら解決されるよね。だってアイテム失う必要もないし、だって自分のベッドっていうかその場で酒飲んでるだけだから、ただ二日酔いの影響は 30% 強くなります。で二日酔いに対するポーションを飲めばこれは解決することであって、それを考えると酔っ払ってる時にプラス 50% で二日酔いの時はステータスが 50% 下がる。この最終語と軽口のスキルはすごい併用するといいかもしれないね。そんなわけで取ろう。で錬金術、ああなるほどね。スピーチ1、一生のお願い。なんだ、信頼できる仲介人。商品はあなたから盗まれたアイテムを購入する意思がより強くなります。雄弁。価格交渉の時にスピーチスキルを上げます。高貴な生まれ。一生お願い。交渉中にトレーダーがあなたと忍耐を失うと、あなたはもう一度別のオファーをちょっと意味がわかんないね。これか。値段交渉別にいらねえんだよな。だって金持ってれば済む話だから。信頼できる。これかな。信頼できる仲介人か。高貴な生まれも悪くないんだよな。庶民と話すか。じゃあ高貴な生まれかな。こんな感じで。 ダーン。よし、じいさん助けに行くぞ。意外とこれ話のさ推理とかさなんかそういうのばっかりだから戦うってがっちり戦うってあんまりないよねメインクエストでね。今んとこ1回だけ大戦みたいな状態によ
I finally found out where the Forger's workshop is. Master Feifar was right. The Forgers are sticking close to the supply source. Their workshop is somewhere in the mines. The entrance is on the eastern side of the hill. I've no idea what to expect there, but I'd rather go there with some backup.
I will be glad to give it. Lead on.
おお、一緒に行くことになったじいちゃんと。あれ、俺召喚されたそこに。召喚されたね。もうだってさっきまでここにいたのにね。ここら辺か。よし行こう。あ、ドキドキしてきた。いるな。はっ
Come on then, you. Well.
Hey. Dog! Get over here!
Come here, lily liver.
Hey. よいしょい。はいはいよいしょい。おいしょいおいしょい。オーライ。悪いが手加減はしてない。完全なるとどめを刺す。
I'll flay you.
そこぞ。何
？Not so brave now, are you?
何？よいしょい。はいはいはいオッケー。とどめを刺す。必ずとどめを刺す。よしおっさん大丈夫か。お前は強いからな。ほらオッケー。あさるぞ。あ金を持ってるのか。ああ後ろ。じゃあ俺ちょっと漁ってますね。ドライフルーツいいですね。普通の矢、めっちゃ持ってんじゃん。弓兵だったんだなあいつな。こっちは持ってない。よし。なぜ俺を狙ったアホめ。アホだれ。そんなお前俺に剣を振るっといてやっぱなしなんてできる子かと思ったかお前は。 全滅させてやるぞ、全滅。
You could have lit that.
よいしょ。 Alright。 そうか、ダメだ。あ、間違った。よいしょ。漁ります。お金をもらいます。あー、酒を持ってないのか。燃やす？あー、なるほどね。そういうこと。あの道から行けっていう感じだったね、今のな。雰囲気で言うと。ここじゃないか？ここで行くんじゃないか。じいちゃん？じいちゃん消えたな。おじいちゃん、ちょっと見づれな。ここ行ったのは見たんだけどな。は？お？やばいね、今のね。今の高さはやばかったな。あのじじどこ行きやがった？それとも外れているのが俺なのか。うわー、だるー。ははよし行こう。
Yeah.
道がここで分かれるか。ここはどこ？野営地。野営地。野営地。作業はスカリツ鉱山。尋問したら驚いたとね、それとスカリツ鉱山の中。広すぎる。なんて言ってたか全然みじも覚えてねえ。なんか音楽止まったぞ、急に。全然覚えてもいねえわ。なんかの近くみたいなこと言ったような気もしないでもないけど。なさそうだな。うわ、どこだろう。範囲が広すぎてやばいな、今回。墓場？やばいな、全然わかんないマジで。範囲広すぎるし、おじいちゃん見失うし。 高すぎる。あ、こんなことある？うわ、怖っ。あ、やばい。怖い。これやばいぞ。なんだこれ、ホラー系じゃねえか、お前。あ、なんもない。あ、来い。来い。マジ来い。やべえ。外だ。こっちも遠くだ。来い。やばい。おっかね。どうしよう。迷った。なんもなし。右行く。上になんかあんのか？なんだ？怖い。怖い。話し声聞こえる。なんかチュンチュン言ってる。終わった。なんだよ。よいしょ。怖いよ。こうなってこっちだね。怖え。こんばんは。おじいちゃん。
Jesus Christ.
Beast, who are you and what are you doing here? I'm here at the command of the royal hetman, Sir Radzig Kabila. And who's he?
That's no concern of yours.
I'm sure we could come to some sort of agreement. I have plenty of coin.
We can come to an agreement that you'll keep your mouth shut. Please, don't take this personally.
Wait!
What? Do you want to do it? Be my guest. It gives me no pleasure.
You can't kill him. I have orders to take him to Ratai.
That is unfortunate. I have orders to kill everyone involved in this business.
You can't do that.
I have no choice, as you are aware.
Why do you want to kill him? He may have valuable information.
For that exact reason. My master does not wish this man to fall into the wrong hands, especially those of Radzig Kabila.
You can tell your lord the man is dead. He'll never find out.
But he will. Or do you think you can lure this man away from sight until Judgment Day?
Why not?
Do not be naive, boy. Look around you. This land swarms with rats and snakes, especially now. There is no secret that is not for sale. If I let you have him, my own head will be on a spike before the month is out.
お、ウルリヒ20になってる。
You don't have to go back to the Rosenbergs.
How do you know about the Rosenbergs?
Master Fayfire recognized the writing on your letter of passage.
Just as I said, there is nothing safe from prying eyes in this land. And where would you suggest I go?
Into Sir Radzig's service. He needs people like you.
I serve Kabila. Out of the question. If he learned of all that I did for the Rosenbergs, he would hang me from the nearest tree. But you are right, I do not have to return to the Rosenbergs. In fact, I cannot.
Why not?
I am a knight without a crest, without allegiance. No one was meant to know whom I serve. If the Rosenbergs hear that I have been found out, they will see to it I vanish. They cannot afford to be associated with me.
Where will you go then?
Where the road takes me, as I have many times before. Farewell, Henry.
Auf Wiedersehen.
あ、こっちちょっとこっち見たい。仲間になれよ、俺のよ。
Please, please. I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement. You can talk all you like, but not here and not to me. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go. Master Fayfire is very keen to meet you.
Taiho.
Good work, Henry. Thank you, Master Fayfire. It wasn't easy, I can tell you.
I'll take some men and have a good look around there.
And what should I do?
You should get some rest and go to Rattay. In the meantime, Sir Radzig will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of him.
All right. I'll see you in Rattay then.
面白い。あ、まだタイムズ持ってるわ。 アルコールが消えてるね。ワインめっちゃあるんだ。で、ラテだね。これは待ち伏せなんだよね。障害物とか書いてるけどね、実は嘘。前止まったことある。OK。お、バーナード隊長じゃないあれ。全然違った。ここ行き交う衛兵が多すぎて邪魔くせんだよな。おいや、テレポート。中だな。あ、テレポート。あ、テレポート。え Someone there. はあ中入っていくみたいなのある？そんなことある？どういうこと？あのプライベートエリア入ってていいってこと？あ、上だよね。ふーちゃん。違うね。屋根か。あ、違うね、やっぱり。やっぱさっきのとこじゃないかな。いや、なんで見えんの俺が。コビ。お、腰なんか金つけてる。こんなきらびやかだったっけ？
There's the man. Good work, Henry.
Thank you, sir.
I tell you to take a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I need one more thing from you.
Whatever you command.
Jezek refuses to talk to us. The stubborn bastard's asking to see you.
Me?
Indeed. Normally I'd send for Captain Burner to beat it out of him, but then I told myself that if he's so keen to speak to you...
I'll try to get something out of him. Where is he?
He's locked up in the tower. Bernard will give you the key.
Very well, sir.
なるほど。まずバーナードだね。バーナードから鍵をもらって、まあ尋問をすると。バーニンはこっちだね。じゃあこの移動の方が早いな。だね。Where are you? キュート。まあバーニーにしてはちょっと痩せてるからな。こいつじゃねえな。バーネバーネ寝てる場合じゃないぞ。
I need the key to Jezek's cell.
So Sir Radzig let him have his way in the end. He should have let me
beat some answers out of him.
怖っ。
Don't take it that way. He probably wants to talk to me because he reckons he can hoodwink me. But that's where he's wrong.
Just try not to mess it up. Here's that key.
Thanks.
ありがとうございます、隊長。
Take care.
あれはどうやって行くのだ。ああ、わかったわかったわかったわかった。思い出した。こっからだ。ここら辺になんか入り口あったよね。全然見えねえわ。ちょっと一杯引っ掛けてからちょっと尋問しに行くかな。酒レベル上がったね。どこだっけな。なんかドア開けたらすぐあったから、ここら辺これ違うよね。どこだっけ。こんなか。これは服のマークだね。これだって錬金術のとこでしょ。ちょっと違うよね。ここは違う気もする。で、じゃあどこ行けばいいの。どこだったっけ。思い出せねえな。違うよね。いや、なんかね、表に出るのよ。なんか捕まった時とか終わった後にね、表に出るんだよね。やっぱこっちくせんだよな。ここなんか見て、ここか。
How are you, Henry?
あ、リキだ。久しぶり。
Well, finally, I've had quite a wait.
Why do you want to talk to me of all people?
You brought me here. You should consider it an honor.
名誉。
If hanging around in a damp dungeon with a condemned man is your idea of honor,
You're not seeing the bright side. You can be the one who uncovers a conspiracy against the king for your master. You don't get an opportunity like that every day. It did cross my mind, though, that it might be nice to get some assurances for my cooperation. After all, I'm the one the Margrave unjustly declared the scourge of the land and expelled from Moravia. They even pulled my beautiful castle down. It was the necessity of making a living that forced me to take some liberties.
I suppose there's some truth in that. I may speak with Sir Radzig and he might pardon you, but not unless you start talking.
Very well, ask me anything you want. I won't be obstructive.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it. Who were you making those forgeries for?
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man could do alone.
All right, the way it began was I was short of coin, as usual. So I let those crimps in Sasau recruit me.
Recruit you into what?
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too. but I don't know who.
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed men were being recruited, and they'll hire anyone.
Old friends? Who were they?
Just a couple of brigands. We used to ambush the Margrave's messengers in Moravia together.
Nice friends you keep.
I was in dispute with the Margrave. A man in my position finds himself mixed up with all sorts.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
Crimps? You're telling me this Eric is recruiting armed men in Sasau?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins to do it. The fake ones, of course.
Where can I find the recruiting gang?
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met with them in the woods next to Sasau. It's about who you know, as always.
You said you gave them money. Where was that?
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me. I don't suppose you'd find them there now.
If you say so.
This Eric,
you reckon he's not the one in charge?
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord, though he never mentioned him by name.
Where can I find this Eric? You must have had some meeting place.
He used to come to the workshop unannounced. And after what's happened, I doubt he'll be showing his face there again.
This highly placed person at the monastery, what can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he handles the exchange of the forgeries in Passau.
I see. Is there anything else at all you can tell me about him?
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said he probably got cold feet.
That'll do me for the moment.
Will you put in a word for me with Sir Radzig? I'll swear allegiance to him if he'll have me. I'm sick of being a renegade.
I can try, but I can't promise you anything.
OK 尋問終了閉じるまあエリック君が関わってるよっていうことでじゃあエリックってなんぞっていう話だよねはいじゃあ飯前配信はここら辺にしとこうかなまあ飯食った後なんか配信するかもしれないけどはいまたね実はじゃないけど19時かな今日APEX で、過去のまあいい部分も悪い部分も含めて、生配信してたやつの動画ですね一部出しますんでまだプレイして初日の動画なんでまあルールも周りも何もかもが全然分かってない状態で、プレイしてる状態なんで逆にねなんかそういったのが初々しいななんて今自分で見ても思いますぜひ見てくださいよろしかったらコメントとかいいねとかしていただければ嬉しいです一応19時から APEX のね、動画第6弾かなはい投稿してますね生配信の人を見た方はもう結果を知ってるかもしれませんがもしご覧になっていただけないかった方はまあどんな結果になるのかを楽しみにしていただけながら見てほしいなと思ってますそんなとこかな はい。では、飯前配信としてやらせていただきましたキングダムカム。今日はこれで一旦失礼したいと思います。また不定期ではございますが、いろんなゲームやってまいります。その際はご視聴いただければ幸いでございます。それではご視聴ありがとうございました。お疲れ様です。ちょうど BGM も止まるんだ。